But first at 5, quadruple shooting, a police chase and an officer-involved shooting all within hours. A wild and dangerous night unfolding in Detroit with police in the line of fire. Good afternoon, I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Brian Abel. Police were investigating a quadruple shooting when they say someone started shooting at them. They released this new dash cam video that captured part of that shootout. They
chased the suspects starting at Ward and McNichols, weaving through the city before ending at 8 Mile and Gratiot. And that's where officers shot and killed the suspect. Our Simon Shaquette spoke to a grieving mother about what may have led up to the deadly shooting.
Both Detroit police and a grieving mother say warning signs posted to social media suggested a young man from Detroit was losing control. A warning the video we're about to show you that was released by police is violent and hard to watch. In the early morning hours, this video shows an exchange of gunfire between Detroit police officers and a shooter who pulled up at an unrelated scene and opened fire without warning.
Very little in the way of criminal history. So we don't know if he was going through a state of depression at the time.
Dashcam footage gives us a glimpse into what happened, but the how and why are at the heart of Darlene Walker's grief. She says before the suspect was shot and killed, on his public Facebook page he posted, "I'm hurt, man, and this got my head hurting, yo." A reference to his own friend, Darlene's son, 21-year-old Malik Douglas, being gunned down hours earlier for breaking up a fight.
It led to somebody that felt the needs, instead of using these, if it was that serious, they had to use a gun. And my son lost his life.
Darlene says their family also lost a 6-month-old child, and the trauma became too much to take.
We could have got to this together. Because I'm that type of person to have an altercation with police or whatever the case. His mind wasn't there.
Chief James Craig says the shooter targeted officers by driving through a crime scene of 5 people who were shot and a deadly crash last night at Ward and McNichols, but the victims there survived. After spraying bullets, he took off into downtown and exited at Gratiot at speeds of more than 100 miles an hour. At 2:30 a.m. came the shootout at 8 Mile and Gratiot.
I suffer from mental illness, and it's not enough help. It's not. People ask me that all the time. How do you get through? I just pray and cope.
Mental health expert Dr. Howard Belkin says this drives home the need for more mental health resources.
I think it's a societal problem in general.
He points out a .40 caliber handgun and alcohol found in the shooter's SUV indicate he was likely trying to drown his pain while feeling isolated and helpless.
When we see someone who's a loved one or a friend or even an acquaintance who clearly is suffering and reaching out on social media, it helps to call that person, to say something to him. And if you can't, to alert someone who knows him so you can do something to help that person get a little bit of assistance.
If you or someone you know could be struggling with grief or thoughts of suicide, please reach out to the National Hotline for Suicide Prevention. That phone number is 1-800-273-8255. Simon Shaquette, 7 Action News.
All right, Simon, thank you.